get in. West Ham, or I should say Dinamo Zagreb 0, West Ham United 2. What a win. It's about an hour after the game finished over in Croatia, and I'm here for a game analysis / reflection video. There's many plus sides of the piece I could talk about in today's video, but I'm going to focus in on one, and I'm going to get into that in just a second. What a win. West Ham United have kicked off their Europa League campaign with a bang, with a 2-0 victory over the Croatian side, Dinamo Zagreb, to top the group, sitting very nicely top of the group. Genk behind us, who also won their first game against Rapid Vienna. It's looking pretty, it is, and what a way to start off our Europa League campaign. Fantastic from top to bottom, from David Moyes' starting lineup, to the game, to the intensity, to the pressing, to the professionalism of the game, the lot. Superb from the Hammers in the 90 minutes that we watched. And we could get used to this European football, couldn't we? We thought, here's a picture, we thought the London Stadium's carpet was big and we were far away from the pitch. Look at that. That's like double the London Stadium. That is inside the away end at Dinamo Zagreb. I've seen videos, pictures on Twitter of the West Ham fans in there, absolutely having a whale of a time. All the players came over. Thanks to them for coming over to Croatia, and it looked fantastic. Hopefully you will get home safe and well. But before I get into talking about Zouma Issa Diop, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new around here, share the channel, and hit the bell icon as well to be notified whenever I upload a video or go live on the channel. Let's talk about this then. Zouma made his first West Ham appearance in the Europa League, or his full West Ham debut in the game in Croatia last night. Superb. It looked like Zouma and Issa Diop had been playing for years there. They just looked like they understood each other and everything about it. In terms of individual, I thought Zouma had a fantastic game. I mean, it was a bit of a walk in the park. Obviously, he's won Premier League, Champions League, Super Cup titles. He's a winner. We've brought in from Chelsea a very good player. He's a winner, and there's no doubt about it. He's going to bring the winning mentality into these Europa League games to help us go further in the competition. I can see it. It almost looked like a bit of a walk in the park today. Dinamo Zagreb didn't really pose any threat going forward. A couple of little 2-minute sections where they went forward on the break, but nothing really came of it. They didn't have any shots on target. I mean, stats, they had more possession in the game. They made more passes, but they just did absolutely nothing with it. In the 90 minutes, they made 8 shots, 0 on target, and that tells you all of the story, I'm afraid. So Zouma didn't really have to do much, but a very solid start. I think he won every single header. He won every single duel he came up against. So, it's a positive start. In terms of Issa Diop, a lot of fans have been saying this is his, make or break season at West Ham United, and he's put it off to a good start. I thought he had a good pre-season in the games he played, and, he's got on the pitch tonight and he's yet again looked solid. As I said, pretty much the same about Zouma, to be honest with you. He didn't really have to do much. Once he got caught out, a couple of passes were put together from Dinamo Zagreb and he was almost wrong-footed, couldn't get to the ball, and they nearly, they went round him but couldn't get a shot off to Lucas Fabianski on target. So that was the only moment where I thought, I said, Diop, come on, just hold it out. That's the only moment where, it wasn't backs against the wall, but it was like, I'm a little bit on edge with this Diop here. He didn't, that specific moment, I think he froze and he was like, oh my God, what should I do? But apart from that, an extremely solid performance. Out of the 89 minutes, he was fantastic. That just 1 minute period there, his composure, his concentration just took a little bit of a dip. But it's positive because we all know we had to address it in the summer, and West Ham fans have been getting pretty worried about it. Our defence on a whole is ageing, and it's not fantastic. Ben Johnson is the only real young player we've got. Of course, we've now and of course this is Diop. We've now brought in Zouma, and before we brought Zouma in, it looked a pretty dim and dull story with our centre-backs in terms of age. They're all aging, all above 30. You had Creswell, you had Dawson, Ogbonna, all of these players coming towards the back end of their career. We brought in Soufal. He's he's 28, so he hasn't got, he's got about 3 or 4 years left in him at least. So, we don't really need to worry about the right back position at all. But bringing in Kurt Zouma, 26 years of age, he's got a good, it's hard to tell. Is he going to play to 36 and have a good 10 years left in him, or 5 years? Even 5 years, that takes him to 31. I hope this season's going to be his peak for him. He's won titles at Chelsea, but he's going to come and play week in, week out now at West Ham United. That's why he wanted to come out of Chelsea. He wanted to play week in, week out Premier League, Europa League football on a regular basis. And he's going to get it at West Ham. And I'm glad that this partnership worked tonight, because I wasn't purely convinced that this partnership was going to be fantastic. I thought Issa Diop at times, it might still be. It's only one game, and it was against a poor side tonight. So I'm not going to get too carried away with it, as much as I'm buzzing about getting our first 3 Europa League points on the board. But they look solid. James wasn't worried. He said, French speaking, they will understand each other. It looks like they understood each other in, a couple of moments that we looked slightly under threat last night. Very, very good. And, to have, I believe Issa Diop is around the 23. Let me have a look. He's 24 years old, so we've now got a solid, for years to come, for a good 3 to 4 solid years after the season. We've got a 24-year-old and a 26-year-old leading our centre-back pairing, which looks a lot healthier than 2 30-plus centre-backs. We're thinking, we're looking at a time where they're not getting any younger. They'll do for now, like Craig Dawson and Angelo Ogbonna, fantastic centre-back for West Ham, the best we've had in the last few years. But they're not getting any younger, and it's good to see Kurt Zouma and Issa Diop working well tonight. It really, really was. So yeah, a positive that came out of that. Kurt Zouma and Issa Diop is hopefully going to be our centre-back pairing, perhaps going into the rest of the season, and for sure seasons to come. A very positive result, of course. He wasn't Kurt Zouma wasn't the only debutant or full 90-minute starting debutant. Also, Nikola Vlasic made his first start for West Ham and looked good. Nothing groundbreaking, but he's going to grow on that, and I'm sure he's probably going to play against Manchester United on Sunday, and I'm sure he's going to have a blinder, and he's going to try and battle his way into that front four permanently in the Premier League and Europa League and all of the other domestic competitions. Really, really positive and happy about the centre-back partnership now that we've got that sorted with some younger, healthier names and faces in there. Everything is good. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you are new around here, and yeah, we're going to Manchester United on Sunday. A lot of games coming up, and we've got you covered here on West Ham Unofficial. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye, and come on, you Irons.